Welcome to another episode of On Foodable Weekly. We are here at the National Restaurant Association show. Laura Dickey, CIO of Dickey's Barbecue, hometown favorite, Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. So Laura, let's talk about tech. And over the past few years, we've been really dealing with kind of this evolution of where really mobile technology has moved us.
Absolutely. And technology overall in the industry. What was arguably a very analog-based, very traditional-based industry is now going, technology, we've got to catch up and get ahead and meet our customers.
Yeah. So what are you guys seeing on that front?
That's a great question, because what aren't we seeing? And it really becomes, how do you sift through it and how do you prioritize with all the different options? We're seeing the advent of big data. Big data in barbecue, who saw that happening 5 years ago? But it's a reality. And then taking that data and how do you make it actionable and work into mobile, app-based? How do you deal with your online ordering platform? How do you work in third party instead of having to use a very expensive traditional system of a drive up? I think that's the primary challenge, and then making sure that you have the bandwidth base in your store to support all of these technologies and that they work together.
Now we're kind of past that phase of the honeymoon in technology.
Yes, are you, can you, it's you must.
Now how?
Yes, exactly.
What are you guys seeing in terms of ROI now?
It blurs the line between statistics and true data science and predictive analytics. So we're certainly able to connect behavioral through your just purchasing tracking and overlay it with all other sorts of great data points, because we're able to take not only just the pure purchasing, but also what are those other factors? What can I connect with their media that they're immersed with? What can I connect that's happening in their marketplace? What is a competitor doing? I can track other offers that customer is receiving. Okay. I can track different weather events that may continually create a purchasing habit of a certain type amongst a certain user group for us.
Moving on to kind of this next era of anticipatory technology.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Behavior has been a part of that.
Absolutely.
Social media, of course, is a huge part of it.
For us, it's looking at that sentiment analysis that used to be very broad and high level. So you could take your social channels in that Chatmater-esque type way and track sentiment, but you could track it in a global way, maybe around the brand. Yeah. We can now track that down to the store level. We're dealing with a large number of stores in 43 states. And so there's a whole bunch of different variables. So we definitely can stay on the sentiment behavior analysis from a brand, but we can region, district, and store that. Get it down to the micro level.
So are you doing it in terms of performance on food service overall? Mm-hmm. How is that all being laced in, and how many platforms are you connected into?
Sure. Our three primary social channels, for example, we're taking any and everything that we can through the review sites, and then general social from the customers, Facebook, Snapchat.
Is it requiring brand mentioning to?
Sure. So we have different benchmarks depending on the channel that we're feeding through, but we'll take and look at our what we would call reputation analysis across the review sites, across social platforms, and then we'll take and tie that back then going the other way in like a smoke ring diameter around our stores, from the store to the district to the region, then back nationally.
Yeah. It's interesting to see kind of the movement of emerging brands who have adopted technology and are really leveraging it.
Never change the core of who we are that makes us Dickey's, and the brand and the barbecue and the artisan and the handcrafted approach to food, but why not couple it with technology that our customers are saying, yes, we used to get out of our car and come and dine with you for a 50-minute dinner. Now I want to order from my app on my way home while I'm commuting in my car and run in and grab my family pack to go. Yeah. Great. We just want to keep you as a happy customer.
All right, continuing our tech series here at the National Restaurant Association show. I've got Michelle Lang of Habit Burger, Director of Training over there, so thanks for stopping in.
Oh, you're welcome, Paul. It's great to be here.
Yeah, you guys are doing some unique things around evolving technology for training. Talk to us a little about what Habit Burger is doing.
Well, what we've done is, as of 2 years ago, we created a very proprietary training system, and we've moved all of our paper-based training onto a tablet. And so what we were able to do with that is really just take what we were documenting, like all those check boxes. We created that into an online system. And so now we're able to train in stores, use the tablets, capture all of that documentation. And then what that does is it actually links to doing training audits as well. So that's really helping us to kind of speed up that process.
Yeah. Are you finding that this process is starting to kind of uncover either aspects of higher performing employees or maybe even locations that seem to be, adopting to the learnings faster? Is there some advantages to that?
Yeah, there definitely is, because when we had our, we call them our training matrices, it would just kind of say, train someone about the charburger.
Right.
Well, you weren't getting that consistency in training, because maybe one store would train, here's the 5 things I really want you to know about the charburger. Another store would say, well, here's 10 things I want you to know about the charburger. So we've been able with this system to really here's these questions, here's the standard answer or the standard procedure for it. And if a manager forgets what the answer is, they can click on it within the system. And so that's really helped capture those training standards.
Yeah.
And what we call it is one habit, one sound.
How does that flow work inside the store? If I've got a new onboarding of a crew member, do they sit down for 2 or 3 hours and go through a tablet training? What's that process?
Well, we're really focused on the job training. And so this is where the tablets have made a huge impact, because we can now, instead of having a paper file get lost in the office or within the store, we now have the tablet, which captures everything, and we can actually move around with that team member. And we also have linked quizzes and performance tests to the system as well. So now the manager can stand in the kitchen, watch the person maybe on the fryer position, and fill in their performance test.
So almost like a scorecard.
Paper. Yeah, exactly.
After they've gone through that's kind of cool. What are you seeing in terms of trends? When, as a training director, you're looking out maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, thinking about cycling and improving. You talked a little bit about using video, and what are you seeing going down the road?
Well, what I'm really looking at doing is creating more, looking at micro learning. So with our millennial generation, everything it has to be at your fingertips. People's attention spans are a lot shorter.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to do is start making just, quick videos, 60-second videos just on maybe a small task. So
I like
that'll
that.
be a big thing.
Yeah, I love it. Well, Michelle, thanks for stopping in today.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah. Continuing our coverage here at the National Restaurant Association show on the topic of technology. Make sure and stay tuned right here.